So for 2 part 4, you'll write
Excuse
product.
me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, I haven't got my book, sir.
Do it from the notes then. Whatever sums I
Okay,
am
sir.
doing, redo them.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Product is equal to monomial that is given was 3xy, and the polynomial that was given to you here was 4x square minus 10xy plus 7y square minus 8x plus 4y plus 3. Okay, you have to multiply these two. Okay, just we'll multiply in the usual manner. First of all, you have a plus here, right? And you also have a plus here. Okay, so you multiply these two, you get a plus. So 3xy into 4x square. Next, you've got a plus here and a minus here. So plus and minus combined to give you a minus. 3xy into 10xy. Next, you have a plus here and you have a plus here. These two are plus. So there'll be a plus will combine to give you a plus. 3xy into 7y square. Again, you have a plus here and you have a minus here. So they will combine to give you a minus 3xy into 8x. Next plus here, and again this plus combined to give you a plus 3xy, and the next term here is 4y. And finally, this plus sign and this plus sign, these two combine to give you a plus 3xy into 3. Fine. So now we multiply the terms. First we multiply the constant. 4 into 3 will give you a 12. X into x cube. Now I'm doing directly since you are used to it. X into x square will give you an x cube, right? And you have a single y here, so you have a y. Anyone who did not understand? Can I do directly now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you have 10 into 3 will combine to give you a 30, and x into x will give you x square, and y into y will give you a y square. Next, you have a plus sign. 7 into 3 will be 21. You have only a single x here, so we'll write that x, and y into y square, these two are going to combine to give you a y cube. Okay, now 3 into 8. You have a minus sign, give a minus sign first. 3 into 8 will now give you a 24. X into x will give you a x square. And you have a single y, you write as it is. And next you have a plus sign after that. And then this 4 into 3 will you multiply to get a 12. You have a single x, so you'll write x. And this y into y will combine to give you a y square. And again you have 3 into 3 will combine to give you a 9. And you have xy, we write as it is. Okay, so this is your product. Clear? Now whenever you are, remember just one more thing, that when you are multiplying, when you get the when you have after multiplication, you almost must check whether there are any like terms in the resulting product. Okay, for example, 12x cube y. Is there any other x cube y here? No other x cube y. So now you have x square y square. Any other x square y square? You don't have any other x square y square. Xy cube. Do you have any other xy cube? You don't have. Similarly, x square y. Do you have any other x square y? You don't. Xy square. You don't have any other x square y. And similarly, xy also you don't have any other. So therefore, this
If
should be
there
your,
was,
yes.
sir, if there was any x y cube, then means
Then
twice x cube y.
you would have added them.
Okay,
If
sir.
there were any like terms, you would have added them as usual as you add the like terms.
Okay, sir.
So this is your answer. Since you do not have any other like term, this should be your answer. If you had like terms, you would have added them together to get the final answer. Okay. So this is the question that your first question for today. The next question that I have done here is 4-2, which is a very simple enough question. Here, let me write the question for you. The question here was, find the volume of the rectangular boxes. Find the volume of the rectangular box. What do you mean by rectangular box? Anyone? You don't know what is a rectangular box? Yes? No one knows what is a rectangular box?
Sir, cuboid.
Cuboid is a rectangular box. And what does a cuboid look like? We'll draw a cuboid and see what the question means. Rectangular box is a cuboid. Let's see how get a cuboid here. This is what a rectangular box or a cuboid will look like. A rectangular box you have already done in your earlier classes, that a cuboid has a length, breadth, and height. Okay, so let us say that this is your length. Okay, let us say that this is your breadth. Okay, and let us say that this is your height. Okay, so I start by saying let length L is equal to 2pq, breadth B is equal to 2q square, and height H, it is equal to 8r. Okay. The
Sir,
question here is
breadth is 4p cube square.
4q square. Okay. Not 2q square, it is 4q square. Fine. Okay. So now you know that the volume of a rectangular box or a cuboid therefore volume of the rectangular box in brackets you can write cuboid for your understanding is equal to L into B into H, right? So now we put the value for L, B, and H. L here is 2pq. B here is 4q square. When I'm not giving anything within the brackets, between the brackets, that means there is a multiplication sign. You all know that. So this is how you write L
Yes,
into B
sir.
into H. Okay. Now we multiply this three monomials together. How do you multiply? In the very usual manner, you take 2, 4, and 8 together. You take the p's together. How many p's are there? So there are two p's, p into p, and you take the q's together. Q into q square. And you have a single r, right, as it is, nothing doing here. So you multiply here. You have 8 into 8, 64 here. 4 into 2 into 8 is 64. P square q cube r. That's it. This is the volume of the rectangular box. Since no unit is given, centimeter, meter, or nothing is given, so we simply leave it at this. We don't give any unit. But what can you tell me what is the unit of volume? Can anyone
Sir,
tell me
cubic centimeter.
if suppose
Sir,
if I give you
cubic.
the wait if I give you the length, breadth, and height in centimeters, what should be the volume? What should be the unit of the volume?
Sir, cubic centimeter, cubic meter.
Centimeter cube or cubic centimeters, right?
Yes,
If the
ma'am.
length, if all the length, breadth, and height are given in meters, then your volume will be in cubic meters or meter cube. Okay. So let's proceed with the next one. The next one here is 5.2, which I have done. Okay, if you look at in the problem, I have done in the notes, I have done 5.2. Question here is simplify the following expression and evaluate. Simplify the following expression and evaluate as directed. So here you have 5xy, 3x plus 4y minus 7, minus 3y, xy minus x square plus 9. For, and you have minus 8 also, minus 8, for x is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 1. So what you see here is the value of the variables is given, right? Now I told you that the variables can take various different values, and for various different values of the variable, you will get different value of the expression. In the beginning only I told you, right? So here the values of the variables are given to you as x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to minus 1. But before finding out the value of this expression, we must simplify the expression. See, the question here is simplify, right? We must simplify the expression before finding out the value of the variable for the given values of the variable, which is x is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 1. So let's simplify first. So we have, let's write here, what is the expression given here? 5xy into 3x plus 4y minus 7 minus 3y into xy minus x square plus 9 minus 8. Let's simplify this expression first. We multiply uh, this 5xy with this trinomial, right? So how do you multiply? You have 5xy into 3x. So now again a plus sign, 5xy into 4y. Next a minus sign. Why a minus sign? Because you have a plus sign here. These two combine give you a minus sign. So 5xy into 7. Okay. Next you give a minus sign. Okay. And you multiply this 3y here with this xy. Now remember one thing, one very important thing here, that you have a 3y here and you have a minus sign here. Okay, minus sign which is outside this bracket, right? Minus sign just outside a bracket. So I told you that whenever you open the bracket, you have to change all the signs. So see here, minus combines the minus 3y, this combined with xy, and I have a minus sign here. Okay, the next sign here is a minus sign, but because of this minus sign and this bracket, since I am opening the brackets, I will give a plus sign. So 3y
Yes, sir.
into x square. Okay, you can either think of it in this manner, or what you can also think here is in this manner also you can think. In the following manner. So you have a minus 3y, right? So minus 3y will first combine with plus xy, right? You can think in this manner also. Next, this minus will combine with this minus to give you a plus sign. Okay, to have 3y into x square. Next, this minus sign will combine with this plus sign to give you a minus sign. Okay, to give you a 3y. Okay, let me just repeat this once again. You have a 3y here, you have a minus sign here, you have a plus sign here. First, this minus will combine with this plus to give you a minus sign, 3y into xy. Next, this minus sign will combine with this minus sign to give you a plus 3y into x square. And this minus sign will combine with this plus sign to give you a minus sign. So 3y into 9. Okay, you can think of it in this manner. Otherwise, as I was doing, you can also think in the manner of opening the brackets also. See that here, let me just do this once more. See that I have a 3y with a minus sign outside this bracket, right? So what I'm doing, I'm going to open the bracket side. When I'm multiplying, I'm opening the brackets. So I'll give a minus sign 3y into xy. Okay. Next, because I'm opening the bracket, this sign minus x square, minus sign you have here, this minus will become a plus because I'm opening the brackets. 3y into x square. And again, this sign here, because I'm opening the bracket, this will become a minus sign. 3y into 9. Is this clear to you? Either you can follow this way, okay, or you can follow this way, whichever way is convenient for you. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes,
questions
sir.
here in this step?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so let's now multiply this all together. So you have 5 and 3 combining to give you a 15. You have x and x combining to give you an x square, and you have a single y. Next, a plus sign. 5 into 4 will give combined to give you a 20. You have a single x, and you have these two y's combining to give you a y square. Again, you have a minus sign. 5 and 7 will combine to give you a 35. And xy, you have a lone xy. So you given xy simply. And again, here you have a minus sign, and you have a single 3 here. So 3 into here, you have a 1. 3 and 1 will combine to give you a 3. You have a single x, and you have two y's here. These two y's, they will combine to give you a y square. Next, you have 3 here plus, so again a 1 here. So 3 and 1 will combine to give you a 3. And you have x square simply, and you have a y simply here. Nothing else. And finally, you have minus 9 into 3 will combine to give you a 27, and you have a single one. That's it. Okay. Now, if you check for like terms, you will not get any like terms. Yes, there is a like term. There is x square y is there, and x square y is there. Okay. So you bring them together. 15x square y plus 3x square y. Okay. Now check for any other xy square. You have here any other xy square? Yes, there is an xy square.
So,
Yes. Okay. You have xy here. You have any other xy? You don't have any other xy. So you simply write xy minus 35xy. Okay. And 27y is there, and no other y's are there. So you simply write minus 27. Now we shall add up the like term. So plus 15 and plus 3 will combine to give you a 18. So 18x square y. And plus 20 and minus 3 will combine to give you a plus 17 xy square. And this 35xy will write as it is. And this minus 27y also will write as it is. That's it. This is
The variable will not change.
simple. Yes,
The variable will not change.
variable will change. What? How will you change the variable?
here, I mean, suppose there's written so 15x square y plus 3x square y. Answer is 18x square. We will not we will not write like that. Means x cube plus y square.
X cube plus y square. Where does x cube come from?
X square plus x square, sir.
Oh, x to the power of 4. This is okay. X square and x square will combine to give you x to the power of. Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, we are adding these two. We are not multiplying. There's an addition. Remember, when we add, we simply add the coefficients, right? 15 plus 18. 15 plus 3, sorry,
Yes, sir.
to give you 18. When you multiply, the powers become, you add the powers, right? When you multiply, but
Okay,
there's an
sir.
addition sign here. Understood?
Yes,
So
sir.
do not confuse
Yes, sir.
between
Yes, sir.
addition and multiplication. Fine.
Okay.
So this is your answer. Any other question on this? So just note here
No, sir.
again. This
No, sir.
you make these mistakes because of lack of practice. Okay, you make the power multiplication. You add up the powers while adding expressions because you're not practicing. So do not confuse between these two. I'm just writing a simple note here. Powers of variables are added.
And sir,
Hmm.
sir, in question, sir, in last it's -8. -8 is also there, sir. But the -8, sir.
-8 is also there. No, okay. I missed out that. So you
Yes, sir.
simply add -8 everywhere. -8, -8, -8, and here also you add a -8 because there are no other constants. They simply keep on writing -8. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so powers of variables are added when terms of algebraic expressions are multiplied. Okay, so I'm underlining multiplication. Okay, when they are multiplied, only then the powers are added. Otherwise, when terms are added, you simply add up the coefficients. Okay. So now since we have got the result, we have done the simplification. Now we shall evaluate this. Evaluate means find the value of, right? So see, there are two parts to this question: simplify and evaluate as direct. So we have simplified this. Okay, this expression that we have got here, this is the simplified form. Okay, now we are going to evaluate this expression. That is, we are going to find out the value of this expression. How do you find out the value of this expression? It is given to x is equal to 2 and y is equal to -1. For these two values of the variables, we will find the value of the expression or evaluate the expression. So we'll write for x is equal to 2 and y is equal to -1. For x is equal to 2, y is equal to -1. We write the expression once again. We write the expression. What was the expression that we got? 18x square y plus 17xy square minus 35xy minus 27y minus 8. This is the simplified expression that we got. Now we put the value 18. And what is the value of x here? X value is 2, so we put it here. And what is the value of y? Is -1. Plus 17. The value of x here is 2, and the value of y here is -1. Minus 35. The value of x here is 2, and the value of y here is -1. Minus 27y is there, so it's minus 27, and y, the value of y is -1. So we put it, and you have a -8. Now we are going to find out the value of this. So we have 18. 2 square is 4. -1 we write as it is. Plus 17 into 2. -1 square is simply 1. You know this? -1 square is 1. Yes. You know -1 square is 1.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes,
sir.
How? Tell me how.
Sir, minus into minus.
Sir, because 1 into 1 is equal to 1.
-1 into -1. Okay, let me write it this way.
plus
minus
1.
minus, now you have 35 into 2 into minus 1. Okay, minus 27 into minus 1 into 27 into minus 1 simply, and you have minus 8. Next, we are going to multiply these together. See, 18 into 4. See, both are plus. 18 plus 18 plus 4. And you have a minus. So plus plus and minus is going to give you a minus, right? And 18 into 4 is how much? 72, right? Next, these two are plus, right? It's plus 17 plus 2. And this is minus. And this is minus. So plus plus will give you a plus. Plus minus will give you a minus, and minus minus is going to give you a plus. So put a plus sign here. 72 is 34. Okay. Next, here I give a minus sign, and here I have a plus
Sir, can
sign.
you just repeat it again?
Yes. Tell me
Sir, can you just repeat it again?
the second one.
Yes, sir.
So this is minus 72. Okay. Let me do this in this manner. 17 into 2, and then minus 1 will give you combined to give you a plus 1. Minus. Now you understood?
Okay.
Now 35 is there, plus 35. This plus will combine to give you a plus, and you have a minus. So plus minus, yeah, plus and minus will combine to give you a
Minus.
minus. So 35 into 2 is 70.
Minus 70.
And now here you have a minus sign. You have a plus 27. This plus 27 and minus 1 will combine to give you a minus 27. Minus 8. Okay. So now this is minus 72, and 17 into 2 into 1 is 34. Minus and minus will combine to give you a plus sign. Again, these two minus will combine to give you a plus sign. 27 minus 8. Okay. So first of all, we add up the positive numbers. That is plus 34, plus 70, and plus 27. We add these. If we add these, how much do you get? You get 131 you get.
So 131.
Okay,
131.
and now you add up this minus and this minus because of BODMAS rule, right? We first do the addition and then the
80.
subtraction. 72 and minus 8 will
The
combine to give you a
80,
Minus
sir.
80.
Minus 80.
so this will be
50 is the
51, right? So that is your answer. Okay. So let's see after this what have I done? Which problem I have done after this? I think 6-1 I have done. So let's do 6-1. Write the question. 6-1 here is add the following. The two term expressions that are given to you are 4p into 2 minus p square and 8p cube minus 3p. How to add these two? You write sum is equal to, you add these two, you take this expression 4p 2 minus p square, you add this expression, put a plus sign in between the two expressions that are given to you. Okay, and introduce brackets. Fine. Now we first of all we simplify this expression. How do you simplify? See that this expression consists of this monomial here 4p and this binomial here, right? You multiply these two to get our expression. Okay, so first we shall carry out the product. You know, according to BODMAS also, you carry out the multiplication first, right? Then the addition and then the subtraction. So here you have a multiplication. So we are carrying out the multiplication accordingly. Okay. Let's carry out the multiplication first. So here, how to carry out the multiplication? OP into 2. We have plus 4p and plus 2 here to combine to give you a this. Okay. Now this plus and minus will combine to give you a minus 4p into p square. Okay. And next here, see, this expression does not contain any brackets, any product. Does it contain any product? It does not contain. Also, what we see is that I have a plus sign here outside this bracket. That means when I am opening the bracket, the signs will not change because of this plus sign, right? So therefore, I open the brackets without changing the signs. So plus 8p cube and minus 3. And then here 4 and 2 will combine to give you 8p minus here you have a 1p square actually. So 4 and 1 will combine to give you a 4. P into p square will combine to give you a p cube. And you write the other as it is, 8p cube minus 3p. Okay. So now you have, what are the like terms here? You see, these two are like terms, right? So these two will combine with each other. You add them. 8 minus 4 will be how much? Simply 4.
Sir, and
Tell me what?
one more terms are there, sir. 8p
Yes.
and 3p. One more like
Yes,
terms
one
are
more
there,
like
sir.
term is
8p.
there. Yes, yes, it is there. I'm coming to that. Okay, so 8p cube and 4p cube will combine to give you a plus 4p cube. The other like term is 8p and 3p. And 8 minus 3 will combine to give you a 5, right? So plus 5. Any questions on this? No questions?
No, sir.
So this is how we add up.
No, sir.
No other like terms in the resulting answer. So this is how we add up. There is one more step that you can do since I have time left. Although you can leave your answer here, there's no harm in it. But one more step that you can do, what we normally do here is see that I have a p cube here and I have a p here, right? So what we do when we'll be discussing factorization, we'll be seeing how to carry out this step. What is the HCF of p cube and p? HCF of p cube and p is we take the lowest power of p, right? What is the lowest power of p between p cube and p? Which one is the lowest power? P. So HCF of
P.
p cube and p will be p. So what I do here is I take the HCF of p cube and p out. Okay. Once I take the HCF out, 4p cube plus 5p, this expression, since I'm taking p out, has to be divided by p, right? When I am taking something out, I need to divide the expression also by that number.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So now what we can do here is that now we can separate here p 4p cube divided by p because you have the denominator p and they have a plus sign here, so you give a plus sign here. 5p divided by p. You can simply separate, isn't it? You can simply separate. Now what should be the next step? P. And now what happens? Single p will cancel here to get a p square. Or from the laws of exponents, if you know, a to the power of m by a to the power of n is a to the power of m minus n, isn't it? So what you do here is you write this as 4p cube by p plus, and these two p's are going to cancel. So you simply get 5. So now what you get is 4. Again, from the laws of indices, what is m here? M here is 3. N here is 1. So you can write this as 4p to the power of 3 minus 1 plus 5. So you can write this as 4p into 4p square plus 5. Okay. Normally, you can leave your answer here. There's no problem. But this is the way of simplifying. I've just shown you this. Okay. You don't need to simplify. You can leave your answer here.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Okay,
that's it.
sir.
I'll stop here for today.